Hello, and welcome. This is Joanna the Jewel Design, and I'm jumping on really quick today. It's sort of a bonus video, since I'm not quite ready for my next project. I just wanted to show you the final flip through, I guess, of this lovely stackable accordion ephemera pocket piece that we have been creating all last week. It is done, and I am so happy with it. I'm just ecstatic. So we decided to take a number of glassine and coin envelopes, glassine bags, little mini lunch bags, glassine bags, and what did I say? And coin envelopes. And we stacked them at different angles, and we put them together with double-sided sticky tape so that when you sort of pulled up on it, you would get an accordion feel where everything would sort of open up and you could see inside all of it. So if of course, if your journal is upright and this page is actually, thing is glued down accordingly, you would get this accordion effect when you pulled on all of it, right? And you could see inside everything and easily grab what's inside. So you would take your creation, and you could either glue down the bag completely to the page, so you had a very firm stance, right? You could glue down just the sides and make one more pocket, which would make this, 8 or 9 pockets deep. You could glue across the top and the inner side and tuck it in on the side, right? So a lot of ways to finish this off that gave you one more element you could fill with. But what I went ahead and did was put some graphics on linen and parchment paper, teared and distressed them so you have the whole back to write on, so you don't lose your writing ability. For this, you're not covering up a full writing page, right? There we go. Again, perfectly writing. And I just love the way I happened to tear them, and you got this very, old world feel. And we're putting them in here in a way that, in sort of using the creases of the bag as sort of tabs to separate out and let you put both pages in here, right? Nice and easy. Then we go into our first glassine bag, and I just sort of topped a couple guest check sheets, right? Guest checks, and turned it more into a tiny little notepad. So you have front and back of each one of these. There's all these lovely lines where you could write on it. So though this is a full page ephemera piece, you are not lacking in writing whatsoever. And there's plenty of room in here to add more memorabilia. Then we go into our first lunch bag, which when you accordion this out, there is sort of a hidden tuck spot. So you can put another piece of memorabilia or ephemera that if you wanted to, you could tuck into this page. But I went ahead and took some papers. Again, I'm just sort of finishing up my scraps, created a nice large tag, journal tag, right? And went ahead and gave you both sort of a double coffee page, so that it had some that caught down there. One, it was a little more stout, and two, you definitely have a nice defined writing space on the back of your tag. Okay. Use scraps and pulled the butterflies. Got blue on this time. A little much, but we sort of pulled bluish tones from our teal throughout the round. There you go. Okay. That's in our nice large first little mini sandwich bag, which are just absolutely yummy, by the way. Then we go into this one. I took an index card and we tea-dyed it, stained it, stenciled it, and gives you, again, more writing space. Just taking the scraps and the pieces left over from our creations and tying it in and pulling it through, right? So I'm going to put that right back in there. We have our cute little notebook skinny tag, or skinny journal, I guess, card that we did. Again, coffee dyed paper, so it makes it easier to write. Fun little elements to pull through the color because we had this gap, and I thought, we'll put something in here. And it ended up, I could totally tuck it in there. You could have it tucked in there, but nothing was in the pocket. And that's okay, too. Okay. But it fits so beautifully, and I loved how the flower laid out right above the thumb notch. So I put it there, and that just helps enhance the secret peekaboo area back there. In our second little coin purse, I just took, again, scraps and made the cutest little random little mini journal. You could put single words in here. You could put stickers in here. You just leave it be. But it was just something fun that I had to put something in there, and I was like, well, what am I going to do? And I was like, well, there we go. We'll have some fun with, again, the scraps and pieces, and a lot of little gratitude moments, little mini ideas and thoughts, depending on what this page represents and what, you're trying to record. And then our last piece is very much more decorative, but again, tiny little quote, word of the year, whatever you wanted, depending where this piece goes in a journal. Again, still writing space. There's always a writing space on everything, and I love this. It's very thick too. I don't even know how we did. Oh, because of the different cardstock and papers and packing paper and the glue. They came out pretty thick, which is great for the front cover. We want something stout in that front pouch because it is the front of our ordeal, and then the pretty ordeal, and then there's space down below, and it's all great. Oh, I just love this part. I just love opening it up. Depending where you hold it, you get more things that pop up, but everything can be, easily just sort of pulled open so you can get your lovely pieces out. So yeah, we ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pockets here. Excuse me, which we end up with 8 pieces of ephemera if you count both pieces of paper. And you can create, so as I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you can create an 8th pocket one way or another, depending on how you glue down your bag to your paper, which I did print. My Porch Prints newspaper print collage pages on front and back, and it comes with this so that you can decide if you really like it. Since I've been designing with that sort of behind it the whole time, you can glue it onto this page or add the page to something else. But when you do flip the page in the journal, you get our back piece. And this back piece again, you glue down both sides, and now you have a nice little pocket in the back, right? Where you can add yourself another journal card. You can add yourself, pretty much you can add about a 4x6 journal card. It depends on how tight you glue this down, but up to a 4x6 journal card works really well in here, or you can make it a tag. And you have, again, one more writing space, one more piece of memorabilia now within your, ephemera piece. So I definitely would take something that probably went with the journal, or something that, ties it all together, grab something from the journal. If there's a different theme, and put it in here, or there's a very eclectic journal, fill it with whatever piece of memorabilia or ephemera that you might have. So there you go. There is your then technically 9th pocket in this lovely ordeal. So I am super happy with it. And so guys, I'm half asleep, so you'll have to forgive me if I don't sound super excited. Oh, it's been a busy weekend. But I am happy with it. I wanted to show you the final in case there's anything we missed or didn't get to. I want to show all the little pieces that I added to it, and you could see its final product. So I know it's going to a very lovely home, and I'm so, so happy, because if I had a journal for it, it would so be going in a journal. Now I have a new idea, though. So I'm going to have to definitely try to maybe do a purple version of this to go in my idea book. So when I have my new tabbed in page, I'm going to have to put that one of these in there. I so need to do a purple one. Wouldn't that be lovely? And all I did was take about 5 different pieces of paper. We have, 6 different bags. Bags are, coin envelopes. And made it just a lovely, effect. Now, if you didn't have this, this last bag back here, you would just start off with this large glassine bag and work your way forward. And then just glue that down at an angle still. I would still do it at an angle. Glue that down. And yeah, you'd lose a pocket, but you would still have a lovely, a lovely stacked ephemera piece. So I hope you all really, really enjoyed this series as much as I enjoyed making it. It was really fun. Love the process. And I really hope it inspires and encourages, and just, using your scraps, using some scrapbook paper or digital leftovers, some bags and, little coin envelopes or any kind of little envelope pouch pieces. And look what you can get. Isn't that just lovely? So I love you all very much. Please remember to like, love, comment, subscribe. Make sure you have notifications on so you don't miss things like this when all of a sudden I throw a video up, since I'm not on a regular schedule. And we'll see what comes up next. The goal is to work on a mini, but we'll see. I've got the mini purple journal from inked page and journal, or inked and page journal. But yeah, we had the 5 signatures, so I think we'd work on the covers and some decorating and see how this comes about. But I am busy with orders and things, so I will get to that as soon as I can tomorrow or Wednesday. Hopefully you will have a new set of videos. Fingers crossed. So I love you all very much. I really appreciate you coming along for the ride, and we'll talk all very soon. Love you all. Bye-bye.